welcome. Joining me today are three of the most lively music composers. I have Shankar, Ehsaan, and Loy. And of course, they've delivered the thundering music for Tufan. Hello and welcome.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi,
hello,
Shilpa.
hi, hi.
Hi, so good to connect with all of you. You've had
Likewise.
it's always a pleasure because I love your energy. It's so, and you guys are so passionate, energetic, and I think that translates into your album as well. Always, you've had successful and memorable collaborations with Rakesh Prakash Mehra, Farhan, and Excel Entertainment. So, what was the working atmosphere like?
Very familiar, very familiar. I mean, because working with all these people again, right from the first meeting that we had to the end of the recording to even now, So it was beautiful as always. A lot of fun, and a lot of creativity flowing. And a lot of inputs. So I think that's just what it's like a composer's dream to work with people like this. And including with Javed Saab, that's another old friend. It's like the team. So it was very familiar. It was like literally every recording that we've done, the same kind of atmosphere, which led to good creativity. And I think, that is so important.
Yes, you think the quality of your work depends on a good director and good collaborators with a ear for music.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The
And
vibe, it's the vibe. It's more. See, the album too is definitely going to come out for any project, but it's the process and it's the whole journey that you are together with the director. So the journey with the Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra is just amazing, peaceful, very happy, very stress free, open to all kind of suggestions. It's amazing. And Farhan, of course, we know him for how many years now? We worked on so many projects, you know, uh, over a dozen films for Excel Entertainment we've done. So it's an amazing working atmosphere. And to top it all, we have Javed Sir. Yeah.
whenever you guys collaborate, your music elevates the film and Javed Saab's lyrics elevate the music. So talk to me about your composer-lyricist synergy.
Well, what to say? It's really is magical, I mean, because Javed Saab completely his complete understanding of meter and complete understanding of the way a melody should flow, and more than anything, the way the words sit on top of the melody. So it's in total synergy, and every time you work with him, you know that the melody is going to get only more enhanced by the lyrics that he writes. And of course, let's not forget the humor, and let's not forget he's like Javed Saab is also like like an encyclopedia in terms of talking about things and knowledge and politics and whatever you want to talk about. He's a very interesting man. So it's always a very fulfilling and a very enlightening experience to be with him in the same
And
studio.
it enriches our vocabulary as well every
Exactly.
single time.
No, and also, and what is inspiring about these people when they walk into the studio and the enthusiasm that they have, even after achieving so much, even after writing so many projects for our industry, right from Sholay, in that enthusiasm is still there, and that's infectious, and that's what you to learn from them, how to keep your enthusiasm going and not become complacent and say, oh, we have done our bit. It's not that. Every song is like a new challenge, so it's like that. Yeah.
I think it's a mutually enthusiastic team because I think, every single time your enthusiasm also stands out as composers. So this time around, how did you crack the spirit of Tufan?
Well, Tufan was a thing. It was like literally a project, like even when we had the first meeting with Rakesh, he had a script that was maybe 75% ready, but it had a thread running to it in terms of a feel. We'd sit and listen to references of music in terms of, what he thought may sound nice. And as the script developed, so did the music, like music, the songs we composed for different situations, they were brought into different places. A song that was supposed to come at the beginning of the film for the opening never happened, though we composed it, because the script kept developing and changing. So it was a process, and that is normally the process with a lot of filmmakers, because that's the way it develops. And the process was superb. And we the spirit, of course, is this man's struggle, this man's thing with the sport and with his life and with everything around him. It's not an easy life for anybody. So we had to capture that in the songs. and it really does. I mean, when you watch the film, you'll absolutely see the way the songs fit into the film, and how it works there.
So Shankar's voice fits all the songs, but I've seen you use Vishal Dadlani's voice as well for the title track. You see that in the trailer, but it's not there in the album.
Yes, because that is a licensed song from a catalog, a foreign catalog, and that is only been licensed for the movie. And that is one kind of title song. It comes in one situation, but the main title song is what you hear on the album. Tufan, the one which you've Siddharth Madhavan
This is
sung.
the song.
Of course, it's stuck in my
Yeah.
my ear. It's a earworm, and you guys try, manage to achieve that every single time. So how do you manage to keep it upbeat and so infectious, but yet not make the whole feel monotonous and reminiscent of other motivational songs like Bhag Milka?
High concentrate of coffee.
No, it's a very conscious thing we have to do, Shilpa, because we have to be very conscious about things like it should not sound repetitive, it should not sound like something that we have done in the past. At the same time, you have to maintain the essence. Now, if you see the title song of Tufan, it's a much more matured approach than a Zinda. See, Zinda is about a young Milkha that's growing up, Over here, this is about a man who goes through a lot of emotional ups and downs in his life. So that has to be captured in the graph of the song. If you see, there's a very soft beginning, and then it goes crazy with the guitar riff, and like a Linkin Park thing. It comes, then again it becomes very soft, and it gives you an emotional thing, and then goes up again, and then there's this transformation. You can literally feel that okay, now one part is ended, now something else is picking up. You don't even need the film to understand. The whole story is there in the song itself, So we had to create all that. So it's a lot of thinking.
Too. Absolutely. And I was saying the whole story is there in the album too. There are so many various genres of songs, and you have cracked fusion like no one else. What makes a wholesome album for you?
An album that you can listen from the beginning to the end, without stopping it. And I mean, I'm not saying it because like being this thing. I'm just saying that there are a lot of our albums that you put it on in the beginning and you can hear it till the last song. Like even Bandish Bandits, you put it on, you can hear it till the end. If you put on Tufan, you can hear it till the end. If you rock on, you can hear it till the end. Dil Chahta Hai, you can hear it till the end. I mean, so many Bunty or Bubbly, you can hear it till the end. Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, you can hear. So you don't feel like skipping any song because all of them have their own place, have their own little. It's like a beautiful Indian thali, with all these lovely, lovely, beautiful dishes over there playing their role. It's got to be there to complete the thing.
And listeners of Shankar, Ehsaan, Lloyd know that, one day you loop one song and the next day some other song stands out to you when you're in a different mood. And I think that is very emblematic of all your albums. Now, when it came to Toofan, were there any elements that inspired you? Were you looking for inspiration and did you find it outside?
Actually, the inspiration for a film soundtrack is naturally the script itself. But looking outside, we did do a lot of reference listening because Rakesh, when everyone's into a certain kind of music, everyone likes to, like Rakesh likes to hear the sound of the film from before. He almost explains that to you, that that's the sound of the film that I'm hearing. And he played us a few references. Now, whether we go close to that or we go very far away from that, that is not his problem. The thing is that he's planted a seed inside of you, and then he just lets that blossom and, keeps feeding it with whatever inputs he can give, as a result of which every soundtrack that we've done with him, or for that reason with Farhan, has always been very special. You can see that it's a lot of creativity. I mean, not too many people give you a chance to do an album like Mirzia, Mirzia, which is like, it's probably one of the finest albums that we've done in terms of the music and the content.
It's always wonderful listening to all of you talk to me about your process. And I have to tell you, I have the title track stuck in my head. So if possible, could we have a rendition for our viewers today?
Oh, sure. Rag rag mein behta, लावा याद का, रुस्सा है या गम है क्या पता, जो है नामुमकिन वही करना है एक दिन, अब तो यही है इम्तिहान तेरा, है जो गम तेरा दिल में ही छुपा, अपनी ताकत उसे तू बना, तूफान पर्वत को तोड़ दे, तूफान दरिया को मोड़ दे, तूफान सूरज निचोड़ दे।
That's going to be my workout jam for many days to come.
Thank you very much.
Superb, superb. I love your energy, love your vibe. Thank you so much for joining me today. And
Thank you,
absolutely,
Shilpa.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.